What happens when the conversation around intimacy shifts into uncomfortable territory, challenging trust and autonomy in a relationship? Is expressing a dislike for condoms a personal preference or a glaring red flag, signaling deeper issues in how partners communicate about safety, consent, and mutual respect? In the realm of modern dating, the balance between personal comfort and mutual respect often treads a fine line, especially when conversations veer into the sensitive territories of intimacy and safety. Today, we're delving into a story that sparked widespread debate and introspection, shedding light on the complexities of navigating personal boundaries within a relationship. At the center of this discussion is a candid revelation from a 26-year-old woman thrown into a whirlwind of doubt and concern by her partner's persistent stance on birth control and an aversion to condoms. Join us as we unravel the layers of this situation, exploring the nuances of communication, trust, and personal autonomy that challenge conventional understanding of intimacy and partnership. We hear now the disturbing question asked by Reddit user Throw Raw Needless as she asks for advice.
The guy I'm seeing keeps bringing up birth control and says he hates condoms. Is this a red flag?
Big red flag.
He is 34 years old and I am 26. I've been seeing this guy for about 4 months now, and it strikes me as strange when he brings up wanting me to be on birth control.
Seems so strange.
The first time he brought it up, I expressed to him that I'm against it because I had negative reactions to it in the past and didn't want to have negative side effects again. I was very adamant about my thoughts on it, but expressed his concern of me getting pregnant. He said all right and moved on, or so I thought. He brought it up again 2 months later and said it makes him nervous because he doesn't want me to get pregnant. Then let me know he researched a few low or no hormonal birth control options, which I took as a bit rude since I told him everything messes with me. And it felt like at this point his was pressuring me. I let him know I could look into it, but no promises. He brought it up again about 2 weeks ago after we had just had sex and said to me, "That was amazing, but I do wish you were on birth control." I expressed to him that I didn't want to go on birth control because it messes with my body, and he said, "Okay, that's totally fine," and left it at that. In anyone's experience, is this a red flag? My gut tells me he's pressuring me, but he says he's just suggesting it because he cares about me and doesn't want us to accidentally get pregnant. I don't mind using a condom, and I've let him know that. Am I being too sensitive about it?
Well, Throw Raw Needless seems very distressed by what her relatively new partner of 4 months is asking. She says she's feeling pressured by him. But you know what?
No. What?
I'm a man, and it seems to me that he is making a very reasonable request. After all, he has only known her for a few months, and his desire to not create a pregnancy is quite understandable. Yes, I know. She says that she experiences negative side effects from the pills. But perhaps there is a way to change the prescription so it isn't so bad. To be quite honest, whereas she sees this request as a red flag about him, I see it as a possible red flag from her. Is it possible she either consciously or subconsciously wants to get pregnant? But perhaps I'm just being man-centric and missing something from a woman's perspective. Reddit user Fjordgard wholeheartedly supports this woman, noting,
"Yes, this is a red flag, at least in the way he is doing it. It is his right to hate condoms, and apparently love inviting STDs, but who am I to judge what he is into? It is his right to want a woman who prefers the same kind of birth control he prefers. But it is not, in any way or form, okay to try to get you onto a birth control you don't want to be on. The fact that he keeps bringing it up also means that he doesn't care what you want or don't want. To him, you are apparently just a project. Instead of going, okay, we're not compatible then, which would be fine, everyone is allowed to have their deal breakers no matter how good or selfish they are, he is trying to change you to suit him. And not even in an outright way, but by manipulative pressure and bringing it up again and again and saying it's okay, when you then state your opinion again, as if you're too dumb to notice. Face it, darling, he considers you to be his project. He's dating you for your potential he's seeing in you, and has no problem being condescending and manipulative. So no, you're not too sensitive.
Well, gosh, I guess due to my man-centric worldview, I missed that altogether. But another Reddit user, Golden Dragon 001, picked up on this and advises,
"He's being passive-aggressive about this topic of birth control. It seems that you both don't agree on it. Will this be an issue that one of you compromise or not? And that's where you both do need to properly have a thorough conversation. If, in the end, he is firmed on you going on the pills and you're firmed against it, then it's a breakup."
Wow. Am I the only person on Earth defending this guy? It certainly seems so. Another Reddit user, JSKM79, supports our distressed young woman and advises,
Break up and block him. Please stop dating older men and try finding someone your own age, as well as maybe stop dating for a good while so you can work on your self-esteem, self-worth, and self-respect. You told this person birth control if off the table. That should have been the end of that conversation. The fact he keeps bringing it up and even did research means he's not the one for you, and for you not to see, that means you shouldn't be dating until you know how to not put up with someone's bullcrap. Let him go and block him.
Okay, well, it seems that my man-centric point of view has been totally trounced by all the Reddit readers offering their advice to our distressed young woman. But is there anyone here who thinks the man is right and the woman wrong, and seeing his requests as a red flag? Might now be your time to speak up for the brotherhood of men? Or does this issue go beyond the normal man versus woman battles and delve into something more human, such as compassion and respect? And more importantly, what do you think? What advice would you offer our distressed young woman? Please share your thoughts, comments, and advice below, as we'd love to hear from you. We thank you for joining us today, and as we bid you farewell, we remind you that you are absolutely fabulous, and yes, you are loved.